In over all of my workshops and therapeutical sessions which I run through corporates or through individuals, there is one question which I get commonly: how to be successful? How can I be like that person? Or how can I improve my productivity? These are certain type of questions which keeps coming up to me. Now, before I answer this, I want to ask you, what is success? What does that mean to you? And I'd like to take that from there and say, successful people form a habit to do things that unsuccessful people don't like to do. To take that even more further, I would say, and some of the things that unsuccessful people don't like to do are the very same things that even the successful people don't like to do, but they do it anyways. They do it anyways. In that doing lies their success. In that discipline lies their success. Like, for example, the successful person doesn't like to wake up in the morning, exactly like the unsuccessful person, but they do it anyways. They also don't like to probably exercise every day, but they know that they have to do it, which is why they do it anyways. In the student community, they would say, I don't like to study maths, and even the topper doesn't like to study maths probably, but he does it anyways. In that doing of it anyways brings about a discipline, brings about a habit, brings about that change, that transformation, which brings about all the change. And that is where you need to think differently, of finding out what the most popular audience is doing and do exactly the reverse of it. So in a class of 50, in an employee organization of 1,000, what are the 80% of the crowd doing? The next question is, are these the successful lot? Find out what everybody is doing, and you must do exactly the opposite to that. So is positive thinking important? Very important. That stays you connected, that keeps you connected from distractions, that keeps you on the core from getting diverted from what you really want in your life. Don't successful people have limitations? Oh, true enough, they have. But they recognize their limitations, but they choose to focus on their strength. What do the unsuccessful people do? They recognize their strength, but they choose to shift their focus on limitation. I'm going to share with you a video. It's an advertisement, but it's a classic advertisement. I like the way how a weakness can be turned around into a strength, how a weakness can be turned around into a strength. You remember that prime example of that boy who used to stammer, who used to stutter, and he got into a job of selling books. And unfortunately, because of his stammering nature or behavior or pattern, he was given an unproductive territory. But at the end of the year, it was found out that he happened to make maximum sales. So in the typical sales convention, which happens every year to felicitate the bestseller, to felicitate the topper who really did great in sales, they called this guy on top and they asked him, what did you do? How come, even with your habit of stammering and stuttering, how come you could do this kind of sales? He said, very simple. I would knock the door, I would ring the bell, the lady or the madam or the sir would come up and open the door, and all I would say is, madam, I am selling this book. I'm selling this book. No, you don't have to buy it. I'm going to read it for you for free. And guess what happens? Most people would say, don't read it. We will buy it. So this is how you convert a weakness into a strength. We all have a weakness. Every organization will have a weakness, but that is how it's supposed to be. I read somewhere that your weakness is your spiritual advantage. Your weakness is there because through your weakness, something bigger and something higher has to be achieved from it. Don't fight it, accept it, because what you accept will transform. Learn to convert your weakness into your strength, and in your weakness lies that spiritual advantage. You're put there with that problem or with that weakness for a particular reason. Like imagine that blind lady who went on to discover something amazing, the Braille language. Imagine Sudha Chandran, the female who had a leg concern, and how she went ahead to create something better. Imagine Lance Armstrong after being declared cancer and final stage, and how he, through that adversity, through that weakness, how he comes up. Your weakness is your stepping stone to take it up. So find out what is your current weakness and what is your adversity, and in that lies the key to a bigger answer. In that lies your advantage to the spiritual journey, which takes you from here to the next level.
एक अगलाते हुए कॉमेडियन की सबसे बड़ी स्ट्रेंथ होती है सस्पेंस। हर ऑडियंस आपकी तरह पेशेंट नहीं होती। मैं अटकता हूं, वो खिसक लेते हैं। सॉरी सर। घर वाले कहते थे जल्दी एक जोक सुना, अब कहते हैं जोक छोड़ जल्दी सुना। तो मैं भी ढीठ हूं, जोक सुनाए बगैर जाऊंगा नहीं। तो मैंने दोस्तों को समझाया, टाइम लगता है यार बफरिंग में। लैंडलॉर्ड को समझाया, 2 मांगे थे 8 दे गया।
2 2 2 2 8 वेरी फनी।
कि आजकल जोक्स भी किश्तों में आते हैं। पुलिस वाला कहता है कि कानून के हाथ से लंबा तो मेरा जोक है। दुनिया को समझाया,
अरे जोक तो खत्म करो, सस्पेंस में छोड़ दिया।
सब्र का फल मीठा होता है। सुबह सुबह पार्क गया, वहां खुद ही समझ गया। लाफ्टर क्लब, दे लाफ एट एनीथिंग। थैंक गॉड फॉर कॉफी, इसने मुझे लगाए रखा और आपको जगाए रखा। माय नेम इज ऋषि। लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड।
Hit the like button right now, and if you want to see more of such interesting videos, subscribe to our channel and keep the notification on. Write to me in the comment section and let us know what is that you want to hear more on the immense and infinite possibilities of the human mind. Up until the next time we meet, bye.